Hello, good afternoon, and welcome in, everybody, here from Hardin Park on a beautiful Thursday evening for some high school softball. Rain showers earlier today and yesterday for that matter, but they have since dispersed, and we're ready to get to the action here on the diamond for a Thursday. Greeneville is Science Hill as old foes unite here from the Tri-Cities region. Two longtime opponents, two longtime rivals. Now the Green Devils punching up a weight class against their 4A opponents from Johnson City. Greeneville also looking to break a 5-game losing skid and get the bad taste out of their mouth after a less than opportune weekend at Hardin Park. We'll get to that and much more as our pregame show continues next. It's Greeneville and Science Hill softball for the Spotlight Game of the Week.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greeneville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greeneville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back in here from beautiful Hardin Park. Greeneville and Science Hill will have first pitch here in just a few minutes, just over 5 minutes in real time. A little rainy earlier today, but the clouds have since parted. Partly cloudy, lower 80-degree weather, I guess I could say. Tyler Nichols, Matthew Palazzo, Ethan Cooper, our three-man crew on hand here for tonight's high school softball affair here on the diamond. Tyler, let's start with this. The energy level of this Greeneville team needing to break this 5-game skid.
And it's good that you're at home, too. There's no better place to win than at home, and you know your own field. Of course, you play better at home. Your confidence is higher, and you're just naturally just more comfortable at home. And Science Hill and Greeneville, kind of a little bit of a rivalry. I know that it's always a rivalry between the city schools. Greeneville, Elizabethton, Greeneville and Science Hill, and Greeneville and Dobbins-Bennett. So it'd be good to get a win today, not only to break that slump, but to be able to beat Science Hill also.
Greeneville coming to the matchup, 5 wins, 11 losses, 1 tie on the season. They tied back in Gulf Shores, Alabama. I know, it's funny to me, too, seeing that in a record line. But Science Hill, 12-7, a team that made it all the way to the sectional round a year ago, losing to eventual state candidates in the Farragut Lady Admirals, a team that's pretty good on the road this season at 4-2. They are also losing 3 straight, so they come in looking to snap a skid as well. These two teams combining for 8 consecutive losses heading in. Greeneville, of course, losers of 5 straight, a 3-1 team at home on the season. Hard to believe this is just their 5th game at home this year at Hardin Park. But we'll get into the starting lineups here in just a moment. A Greeneville Lady Devils team who is 2-1 in the conference, but you look at their schedule coming up, a little bit more manageable than it has been. Of course, that trip to Gulf Shores, that trip to Kingsport just this past weekend, they played some really tough competition, and I could say with at least 6 or 7 of those 11 losses, I mean, that's against really good teams, all above 500, and all very, very tough opponents. We'll take a break. When we come back, give you the finishing rundown on this matchup, and then get you to first pitch between Greeneville and Science Hill. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week on First Horizon Green Sports Zone.
your project needs power, Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greeneville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greeneville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect: games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greeneville, expect the unexpected: low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at GatewayNissanGreeneville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greeneville.
Hello and welcome back. Greetings and salutations. The rain, which has passed earlier, has quickly dispersed, and we're about ready to play some high school softball. Back on the diamond here for another Spotlight Game of the Week. Greeneville and Science Hill. Old Flames unite here on a Thursday afternoon for some high school softball. Tomorrow, it's a date with the North Green Lady Huskies on Good Friday. Before the Lady Devils get to that, however, it's a date with the Hilltoppers here at home on a Thursday afternoon. Matthew Palazzo along with Tyler Nichols and Ethan Cooper saying hello. Hope you're enjoying your afternoon and the good weather on hand here today. Great weather here, low 80s degrees, and a lot of sun poking through. Was overcast a little bit earlier today, had some showers, which is about ready to get things started here from the Diamond. Tyler, again, big matchup for both of these two teams looking to break a losing streak. What's it going to take to get the job done today?
I think it's going to take a lot of pitching. I think that's the #1 thing in the game of baseball and softball is your pitching has to be the best that it can be, and you've got to have a good defense behind you. You've got to keep it clean with errors. I know sometimes in the game of baseball and softball it can be very low scoring, so you need to try to keep as many runs off the board as possible.
Speaking of pitching, the Greeneville Green Devils will trot out the senior Jamie Jackson, a 9.78 ERA on the season. She does have an 0-1 win-loss record, making her 12th appearance of the season in her, well, let's see, the Lady Devils overall in their 18th game of the year. Jackson's first pitch is upstairs for a ball, and we're underway from Hardin Park as we begin this top of the first inning. Science Hill in the road whites, red Science Hill written across the chest, outlined in gold, the red pants with the yellow piping down the sides as well. Greeneville likewise in the lighter tops, Green Devils written across the chest, black pants, and the black caps with the Green Devil logo on the lids, white socks all the way around. The higher pants, I guess, as is customary in the softball sport, is 3 straight balls come in from Jackson, and jumping out in front, the leadoff batter, Ella Meeks. Meeks actually with 2 other sisters on the team, and we could see a couple of those here in this very lineup for Science Hill, a lineup that in all has 5 total sisters. Meeks will draw the 4-pitch walk at the leadoff spot and trot down the first base line. Brooke Parsley is your starting catcher to complete the battery for Greeneville. Defensively from left to right in the outfield, it'll be Kinsley Lewandowski, Bailey Ramsey in center, and Izzy Doan out in right. Middle infield will be Kaylee Garland at short, the Emery and Henry signee, and Briley Tulloch at second base. The 0-0 pitch is caught by Parsley for Jackson's first strike thrown. Gabby Atchison's over at first base, and Brindley Jones, who's typically your ace, your starter on this Lady Devil pitching staff, is at third today on the hot corner. This is bunted down the left side. It squeaks out of bounds, 0-2, after a couple of nice jobs here by Jackson to get back in the strike department.
Looks really weird seeing 2 teams wear white tops. I don't know if that's something that I've ever seen before.
Metcalf will square this one up into the left center gap. It'll squeak all the way out, hit the fence Moving over is Lewandowski, and Ramsey will make the throw, not in time. Meeks comes in to score from first. It's an RBI double for Kylie Metcalf, and the Hilltoppers jump on top first, 1-0.
Not the ideal start you want for Greeneville right there. Just 7 pitches into the game now with already a run on the board with a walk and a double. So it's early. That's the good thing about it. Not the start you wanted, but there's still plenty of ball game left, so there's no reason to hang your head at the moment.
Jackson's first offering is across the belt for a strike, 0-1. She'll jump ahead, and now after those 4 straight balls to start, she's answered with 4 consecutive strikes in the zone. Here she is on pitch number 9. From the right-hand side, she'll rock and send one in. This one, letter high, calling ball, and Jackson will tie the count up 1-1. In steps the third baseman, Isabel Meeks. Isabel and Ella, who we just saw, are actually sisters. Isabel, the older by 2 years. Ella's the sophomore. She came in to score the game's first run. And Isabel, who stands in here with the 1-1 pitch, that hits the dirt. This one thrown down to third. The tag by Jones. Not going to be in time to throw, that is. And sliding head first is Metcalf to step 60 feet away from scoring the game's second run. You say dirt, but Tyler, you told me beforehand, new turf, I guess,
looks
brought
nice
in through the offseason here at the Greeneville High softball field. Very, very nice. All the infield and pitching circle and, of course, the backstop, all artificial turf. This grounded to Garland, the throw in time to grab the first out of the inning, but a second run comes in. Science Hill jumps out in front, 2-0 on the RBI ground out by Isabel Meeks.
We've seen a few teams now that's started to transition to turf. I know Greeneville, all turf infield, Checky Doak, a turf circle, and turf at the plate. So I don't know how teams feel about it. I'm more traditional. I like grass better, but it's nice to see that you're seeing some teams want to change to turf.
I think it is a little bit cheaper to maintain. I think that's a big draw to it as well, as Jackson fires in the 1-0 downstairs. 2-0 the new count lead on Ainsley Craft. The cleanup batter, the Science Hill catcher, will step in. The sophomore ahead now 2-0 in the count, but of course the maintenance going to be a big draw to switch that all-turf infield. She'll lift this one high in the air right side. Moving over to make the grab, it's Izzy Doan for out number 2. Nicely done, and the Devils have put 2 away here in the top of the first inning.
Great catch right there. You need that too. I mean, you're down 2-0 already, not got many outs on the board yet. You see one fly in the air like that, that's one you got to get under, and she backed it up and got it just in time.
Science Hill leading Greeneville 2-0 as we begin here from Hardin Park. Top of the first with 2 outs, nobody on. It'll be Piper Brewer, the Hilltopper starting pitcher, to ground the first pitch she sees through the left side and into left field. Lewandowski will relay it in, but Brewer already helping her cause from the circle, getting on board here with 2 outs. Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner in for Science Hill. Avery Loveday, the freshman, will trot on, and Brewer will head off. Annabelle Eanes steps to the plate, the first baseman. Eanes, the junior, from the right-hand side. EOO, low and inside, and it's a ball. That puts Eanes ahead in the count. A lot of these names you recognize from basketball season. Eanes, one of them. You also got the Cumbo sisters. Recognize them on the hardwood as well. This Greeneville and Science Hill rivalry that really covers all sports. Dates back decades and decades for the girls. 2 teams that used to share a conference, used to share a classification. Now they're separated, and the Lady Devils now in District 2, Science Hill in District 1, and, of course, the Hilltoppers also in the 4A classification, a much bigger school these days in this Greeneville Lady Devils squad. 2 balls, no strikes as Jackson winds one in. Over the plate for strike 1, and Eanes will step back in. The count now at 2-1. Jamie Jackson in her 12th appearance of the season. Looking to get out of this first inning. Off-speed pitch, took some off to find the zone for strike 2. She's fired 2 in a row, and she's looking to strand a runner in scoring position. The courtesy runner, Avery Loveday, standing directly opposite Eanes over at second base. Jackson gets the sign, quickly winds one in. Eanes sends a screamer left side foul, and she'll see one more. and she steps back in. Science Hill led by skipper Josh Edens, the 12-7 toppers on the season. Assistant coaches Terry Berger, Neely Griffith, and Sejal Neese. Jackson once again will check the wristband. Throw in the 2-2. It skips in front of the plate by a few feet, and it'll field the count up 3-2. The Lady Devils, meanwhile, coached by second-year head coach Lily Million. Assistant coaches Kaylin Conrad, who is a Tusculum softball alum, Katie Flynn, and Matt Million, longtime head coach of this Lady Devils softball squad. The payoff pitch by Jackson. It's upstairs for a ball, and Eanes will draw the walk on 7 pitches. Second walk of the inning for this Science Hill team, and they'll have 2 on with 2 outs, and their left fielder Reagan Carroll stepping to the plate. So 2 base knocks, 2 walks, or 3 base knocks, and 2 walks drawn for this topper squad. A fly out and a ground out as a first pitch strike comes across on Reagan Carroll. 2-0, the early Hilltopper lead. These two teams meeting for the second time this year. They met back in the first week of the year earlier on March 9th. It was at Science Hill. Toppers took that one 14-4. This is grounded well into the glove of Gabby Atchison over at first, who will step on the bag to end the inning. But Science Hill able to strike. 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 runners on, and we move to the home half. 2-0. Science Hill leading in the Spotlight Game of the Week.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greeneville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greeneville.
Science Hill able to grab a 2-run lead in their first half inning of the ball game. 2-0, Toppers lead it. Greeneville will wield the bats for the first time today. Let's get you acquainted with their batting order. Leading off at second base, Briley Tulloch, the senior, stand down. The center fielder batting in the 2-hole, Bailey Ramsey. Batting third, the shortstop and Emory and Henry signee, Kaylee Garland. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Brinley Jones, the team's leader in batting average. Batting fifth, the catcher, Brooke Parsley. Batting in the 6-hole, the left fielder, Kinsley Lewandowski. Gabby Atchison batting 7th at first base. The starting pitcher batting 8th, Jamie Jackson. And rounding out the batting order, the designated player, Katie Johnson, or Katie J. Briley Tulloch will lead things off for the right-hand side. You know, the 3-sport athlete, so infamous, I think, this transition for Briley. Of course, transitioning from Crockett to Greeneville throughout the offseason, drawing a lot of eyes in her play during the volleyball season. And she was just filling up the stat sheet, the ultimate competitor on the volleyball floor. But then, of course, you transition to what many consider her primary sport in basketball. But I've even heard it said, Tyler, I think you might have been the one that told me this, some people say that softball is her best sport.
It wasn't me, because I've always thought it was basketball.
The third pitch of the at-bat, grounded left side, the throw across in time, and Meeks will retire Tulloch for out number 1. I forget who it was. They were pretty convinced that softball was her primary sport, that she should go play. But obviously, I think just by, talking to her a little bit.
2,600 points speaks for itself.
I think she also cares a little bit more about basketball. She is an ultimate competitor. With 1 out, nobody on, Bailey Ramsey, the Devils center fielder, will step in. First strike is called. Ramsey on the year batting .326 in her 17 outings. 9 runs driven in, along with 6 doubles on the season for Ramsey, the senior center fielder. Here's the 0-1. It's taking some speed off, and Ramsey can't time it up, and will quickly fall behind 0-2. The starting pitcher for this Science Hill Hilltopper team, it's Piper Brewer. She's able to scatter enough hits the last time these two met to get the win in the circle. Meeks grounds it. Ramsey can't beat it out. The shortstop, Emma Meeks, that's going to take some getting used to. The two Meeks sisters playing left of each other in the infield. But it is a second straight ground out for these Green Devil bats to start the bottom of the first inning. With 2 outs and nobody on, Kaylee Garland will step in from the right-hand side. I think she said it best back when she signed earlier this year to go to Emory and Henry. Just likes to hit dingers, likes to hit tanks. So far this season, Garland, a .415 batter as she sees the first pitch off speed away for a ball. 8 RBIs, 4 doubles, does have the 1 homer on this season, so got some room to make up if she wants to catch the team leader, Brinley Jones, with her 4 bombs on the year. But plenty of season left. The 1-0 pitch away as Garland gives it a look. Had the chance to talk to her earlier at that signing ceremony. Really good family, really good girl in Kaylee Garland entering her senior season. Of course, the transfer into Greeneville High School. Lived, I guess, her earlier life in Texas. The 2-0 inside. She had to duck out of the way, or get out of the way, that is, and move the count to 3-0.
What was her walk-up song?
All my exes live in Texas.
Okay.
My brother had that one time as his walk-up song. He had
Okay.
one ex-girlfriend. She was living in Texas at the time. The 3-0 is inside, and a very late strike is called as Garland was a few feet down the first base side. We'll just say I was in attendance for the Reds and Pirates game yesterday, and I will say the ABS system really worked well.
I love it. Some hate it. I love it.
But it's certainly new to the Major League game as Garland skies one foul. It's out of play. The count moves to 3-2. She thought she had a walk, and then, again, no ABS in the high school ranks just yet. It's quickly making its way down. I tell you what, they're bringing the new headset communication in football. Quarterback, middle linebacker is able to communicate with their play callers. I think slowly you'll probably see that ABS implemented at least the Power 4 level.
There's something about football I wish I'd see.
Payoff pitch is up the elevator shaft left side. Moving in to make the grab is Isabel Meeks. And the inning is over. 1-2-3. No hits, no runs, nobody left on. It's still a 2-0 Science Hill lead as we move to the second inning. You're listening to the Spotlight Game of the Week on First Horizon Green Sports Zone.
Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
A 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Toppers in the bottom of the first, and they'll send 8-9-1 to the plate as we begin inning number 2. Currently enjoying a 2-run lead, this Lady Topper team. Looking to break a 3-game skid of their own. Greeneville having lost 5 straight, and you look at their recent losses, very good competition. They've dropped just the 1 game in district play on March 24th against Granger here at home. That's been their only home loss this season for this Lady Devil squad. Plenty of season left, but first pitch is low by Jackson. It's a call ball. They and the Greeneville baseball team this year both having scheduled really difficult schedules.
Yes, that's something I was going to say in the pregame, is that's the Greeneville tradition.
Softball team, of course, making the trip down to Gulf Shores, Alabama. That trip was not so kind to them. 1-3, and then, of course, the 1 tie against Sipsey Valley in that 3-day stretch down in Gulf Shores. The 2-0 is fouled back off the bat of Aaron Van Noy, the sophomore, and the count moves to 2-1.
What's weirder, having a tie or having a suspended game like North Green and South Green? I think a tie.
I think a tie, yeah.
I think a tie.
I I don't think you would see that in a traditional setting. The Lady Devils have played 9 neutral site games this year, and of course
that's crazy.
That Gulf Shores tournament, it's a little unique. I guess you would want to get those games on schedule as early as possible, so they might just allow you that one extra inning. Is my assumption. I'd have to ask around to confirm that, but yeah, 9 neutral site games.
I joked around with head coach Amy Hawk at South Green today and said, "You're technically still undefeated, but I guess you could say your record's 6.5, because you don't have the loss, but it's an incomplete game that you're losing at the moment." So I don't know what you classify that as right now. It's not a tie. It's kind of like a draw in MMA. You've got that comma/1.
Payoff pitch is fouled off the bat of Van Noyen. The at-bat continues. Couple of payoff pitches in a row now, and Jackson will head back to the circle. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you'd have there. Maybe
I'm gonna
a
go
quarter.
with the draw in MMA.
Yeah.
You just have the comma 1.
6-0, 0-1 maybe.
Yeah, and now you got to have the 0-0 now that we know that there's ties in softball.
Here's the 3-2. Once again, it's a strikeout. High cheese by Jamie Jackson, and she's got her first K of the day. 1 out, nobody on. The 9-hole hitter Riley Cumbo, the second baseman, will step to the plate. 2-0, Science Hill leading here in the top of 2.
And that's what you want to see right out of the gate also. First 2 batters got on and scored, and then you start the second inning with a strikeout. You ran your count up a little bit, but you got to let them know that you own the circle and you own the at-bat and you're in charge.
30 pitches for Jackson that first inning. Only 15 coming across for strikes at the Greeneville baseball game earlier this week. Similar sentiment with Randon Fillers. It seemed early on in his season, up until Tuesday actually, is by far his best start of the year. He was just struggling to get ahead of counts early. Jackson doing that already twice to start the inning, something she wasn't able to do in that first side. But you want to live, I think, minimum baseline 60% of that first pitch strike. 0-2 the count. Cumbo will take a stroll and enter in from the right-handed batter's box. 1 out, nobody on. Jackson quickly fires in the 0-2. It will skip across the turf for ball number 1.
And I know you're a big Paul Skeens guy, and I'm a big Tarek Scooble and Garrett Crochet, along with Paul Skeens, but I like a pitcher who controls the at-bat. They let you know right off the rip that, hey, I'm in charge here and I'm in control. You're not going to control what I throw.
This one is lifted high off the bat of Cumbo. Moving in, it's Tulloch, and out number 2 is put away easily. So a very good response here by Jamie Jackson in this side. Already 2 quick outs as she has retired the 8 and 9 batters in order. And the lineup will turn over for this Lady Topper squad. Ella Meeks, who drew the 4-pitch walk to start the game, due up for a second time. 2-0, the Toppers lead. The center fielder Meeks, who scored the game's first run, is it called the slasher in softball? Or the slapper? The slapper from the left side.
First time I ever saw it, I grew up watching Ichiro Suzuki playing. He kind of brought that into the major leagues.
He definitely did.
I don't know if that's a part of Japanese culture in baseball, but I like it. And once I started watching softball more, I really gravitated more towards it because of that aspect of it.
A lot of give in this nylon net circling the backstop. Newly minted as well. A few years old here at Hardin Park, I do believe.
You can definitely tell our cameras are more.
A little bit more backed up than
yeah,
normal.
There's a little more distance between the camera and the fence this time.
As we saw the Meeks foul, she doesn't like this one, but it does come across for strike number 2. 1-2 the count on Ella Meeks, the sophomore center fielder. Her older sister Isabel batting in the 3-hole and playing at third base. Here's the 1-2. Meeks will slap it down left side. Garland fields it, the throw, not in time. Ella Meeks reaches for a second time today, and the Lady Toppers will look to string something together here with 2 outs and 1 on.
Oh, no, they called her out.
So the call is reversed
called her out, yeah.
after a deliberation. So 1-2-3 inning for Jackson. It's a G6 in the end. 2-0 still the score. We move to the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
In Greeneville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference.
At the Main Brand Hair Company,
we wrangle your tangles.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value every day, Food City.
2-0 still the scores. We move to the bottom of the second inning. A 1-2-3 inning. We thought it was an infield single by Ella Meeks, but a call reversal will end the frame, and it's a 1-2-3 one at that by Jamie Jackson. A good bounce back by Greeneville pitching there in the bottom of 2. But Greeneville, a 1-2-3 inning. The 1-2-3 inning offensively to start the game. But here we go. It will be Brinley Jones set to lead things off here for the Green Devils. Originally in the cleanup spot. Nobody on the base pass here. But Brinley, a fantastic senior season underway for her. The .535 batter on the year. 23 hits, 19 runs driven in, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 homers.
She went for another one right there.
Definitely looking to tear the cover off the ball with that. Let's call it a lilac purple bat.
I like it. Lilac. Is that the color? I always say lavender. Is it lilac?
Not exactly sure. I know the difference. But
I'm not exactly sure. I don't either. That's why I was confirming with you.
Here's the 0-1. Brewer skips one in. Jones will give it a look. The count ties up 1-1. Pair of ground outs and a foul out by the Lady Devil Bats the first time around. 4, 5, and 6 come to the plate this half inning with Jones, Parsley, and Lewandowski.
And this is the perfect time to get back in it also. The first 2 of the game score for Science Hill.
The 1-1 is quickly turned on by Jones. It's fouled off the netting, giving a couple sitting in the first row down the third base side a scare. Again, that net with so much give. Got to tighten that up.
We've seen Jamie Jackson kind of get in her groove there in the second inning. So if you see that right there, when you're at the plate, you kind of get a little more confidence knowing that your pitcher's catching her stride. Now it's your all's turn.
The 1-2 lifted back beyond the field of play. And the count remains 1-2.
I might hit your Jeep.
The other door is facing our direction now, so I could have one to match on the other side. Mirror image. Here's the 1-2. Again, Jones bats it away. The defensive at-bat continues as Kraft and Brewer are looking to put away the Devils' cleanup bat.
What a battle, too. It's not your traditional battle because you're not seeing her take a lot of pitches, but you can tell that she and a lot of the other Lady Devils are wanting to be aggressive.
5 pitches. 3 have been fouled. She'll sky this one into left center field. Sounded good off the bat, just a little bit too much launch angle there to jump the yard. So it's a fly out to center field. The first ball that's left the infield for the Lady Devil Bats, and Brooke Parsley will be due up with 1 out and nobody on.
That did look good off the bat, too. It looked and sounded good.
I guess whenever you've got 3 homers on the year, you kind of come to expect it. You're always holding out hope as well.
I was fortunate last year. I think I spoke about it during her celebrating success, but the first time I ever saw Kaylee Garland swing a bat last year was a home run.
Parsley will piece this one up right to the center fielder's glove. Ella Meeks come charging in for out number 2. That was a well-hit ball there, but right to the defender out in center.
They're hitting them. They're just hitting it right at them. And when you do that, I mean, it's a little frustrating, but you gain a little confidence knowing that you can piece one up. You just got to be able to find the gaps and find the holes in the infield whenever you do that. So you're not striking out. That's a good thing that you like to see.
Kinsley Lewandowski, the sophomore left fielder, up with 2 outs. First pitch off speed upstairs for a ball, and Lewandowski will jump ahead in the count. Lewandowski, the sophomore that's batting .326 on the season. 7 runs driven in and 3 doubles on the year. Also has a homer. In this Lady Devil lineup, you've got 5 different players with a home run this season. You've got Briley Tulloch, of course, Kaylee Garland. Brooke Parsley's got a pair. Brinley Jones with 3, and then Lewandowski's got the other remaining for 8 home runs as a team. This is a team with a ton of power in the lineup. The 2-0 pitch is nearly off of Lewandowski, and she'll enjoy the 3-0 count lead. Can say the same about that Greeneville baseball lineup as well. I believe they had 10 coming into Tuesday night's game. Now they're up to 12 with a couple of bombs over Belfry, Kentucky. The 3-0 upstairs, and Greeneville will put base runner number 1 on board in Kinsley Lewandowski. The first sign of weakness from Miss Piper Brewer as she allows her first free pass and first base runner here on this Thursday afternoon.
Never say never when you've got 2 outs. A lot of teams perfect the art of two out hitting. I think we saw, unfortunately, I think it was Westridge that my father and I saw a couple weeks ago that did a great job.
Oh, this one's going to hit Atchison. Speaking of hit batsmen, she'll
go.
trot down the first base line, and back-to-back free passes allowed by the Hilltoppers have runners with 2 on and 2 outs. Lady Devils looking to stage his 2-out rally.
Get a little meeting of the minds here.
Be a quick mound visit here. I'm guessing it's Neely Griffith who will make the visit out in the circle with a battery in Brewer and Kraft. Atchison, after the hit-by pitch, moves to first. Her sister, Katie Johnson, I guess now in the hole, Jamie Jackson, is now up to the plate. There were 2 outs and 2 on. Quick visit for the Toppers as Kraft comes back behind home plate. Piper Brewer still spinning it in the circle. 2-0 the Topper lead. Devils looking to strike with a tying run on first base. Here's Jamie Jackson. Jackson on the season. 5 runs driven in. She'll pop this one left side, and it's caught by the shortstop in Ella Meeks. The inning is over. Greeneville strands 2 after drawing the 2 walks and hit by pitches with 2 outs. 2-0 the Science Hill lead. We move to the top of the 3rd. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hard-working equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
Greeneville able to draw a couple free passes with 2 outs, but a pop out to end the inning, and the score remains 2-0. Greeneville still hitless through 2. Jamie Jackson, who dealt well in the top of the 2nd inning, still out in the circle as she faces 2, 3, and 4 to start the frame for Science Hill. Kylie Metcalf, Isabel Meeks, and Ainsley Kraft. Metcalf and Meeks with the 2 runs driven in on the day. Kylie Metcalf, of course, that RBI double out into the left center field gap. Her first time up. She'll be due up for a second time with her team leading 2-0. Both these teams dressed in white here on a Thursday afternoon. Weather having cleared up. That's an understatement with how it was earlier today. Beautiful day for some high school softball. Slight breeze blowing. Feels pretty good.
Feels really good right now compared to earlier. It got a little humid after we set up because when we set up, it started to rain a little bit. So right after that, it got a little humid. But once the game started, it's cooled down. It feels real good right now.
2 balls and no strikes as Metcalf jumps ahead early. The next pitch looked at by Metcalf, and she's quickly ahead 3-0. The right fielder, just a sophomore, already showing some lightning in the bat. She'll draw the 4-pitch walk here. Second time the leadoff man or woman has drawn the 4-pitch walk here today.
I think that's actually her second walk of the day.
She was the one who had doubled the last time,
Okay,
Ella
so-
Meeks.
Okay.
Who was just.
She ended last inning, right?
Yeah. Just about landed safely. But Isabel Meeks, the older sister of Ella, will sky this one foul, and she's behind 0-1. Runner on first with one out. With no outs, excuse me. As Meeks steps to the plate, the third baseman, an RBI ground out, her first time up. Meeks will lift the 0-1 right side, drifting towards the right field line. Briley Tulloch will make the grab, and out number 1 will be recorded. Into foul territory, a tough grab to make for the second baseman, but she makes the trek all the way over into foul territory, right in front of the Greeneville dugout for out number 1.
For a second there, I wasn't paying attention. I saw that it was originally a hit and run. I thought the double play might have been in effect right there, but she made it back in time.
0-0, one out, runner on first base. Ainsley Kraft, the catcher. 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field, her first time up. A pretty good grab as well by Izzy Doan out in right. If you remember, Wynn playing with it up into the upper stratosphere as Kraft sends a laser off the bat, thankfully foul. Tyler, did you know we sent a rocket into space earlier this week?
We did. Did we do it for real this time?
We did. I checked earlier because it really resembled the Traylon Sutherland home run that you caught last week.
The number 1 play of the week.
The number 1 play of the week, exactly right.
On First Horizon Green Sport Zones. Top 5.
Yeah.
We had a good week of plays last week.
Going back to the moon for the first time in 50 years. That's
Allegedly.
pretty impressive.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. The throw down is a bit late, and Garland can't put the tag down. In its second now, it's Kylie Metcalf. So a runner in scoring position here with one out, and the topper catcher Kraft will step back in from the right side. 2-1 the count.
I'm completely kidding. I like to just bug people sometimes about the moon landing.
2 balls and 1 strike. Kraft swings right through it. They're going to take third with the toppers. And a great jump there by the stealing Kylie Metcalf, who's got her second stolen bag of the afternoon.
She wreaks havoc on the base paths.
So kind of similar to what you said when they were going hit and run there. I think they were just trying to steal and maybe get a bat in front of the catcher to make it a more difficult throw.
I've started seeing them a lot, too. They'll get out to about a third of the distance, about 20 feet.
Jackson Wines delivers the 2-2. It gets out of the reach of Parsley, but she'll regain it. And the count moves full to 3-2.
They'll get about 20 feet out when they get on second right there and see if there's a mistake behind the plate like happened right there. And sometimes when you put the pressure on a catcher, they force errors throwing down to the third or throwing back to second. So I like to see teams be aggressive like that.
The 3-2 swing and a miss. Jamie Jackson with strikeout number 2 on the day. And Science Hill down to their final out with a runner on third.
It'd be big to get this one right here. You want to get out without allowing any runs for Greeneville. You're trying to make up for that first inning right now. And you're seeing Jackson really settle in. She gave up a walk, but so far only given up that 1 hit so far. So if you're able, or I'm sorry, 2 hits so far. So if you're able to get out without allowing a run right here and set yourself up with the chance to even it up or even just get 1 in the bottom of the third, that'd be huge because, I mean, this is a softball game goes by quicker than you think, knowing that we're almost in the half inning.
1 ball, no strikes for the pitcher, Piper Brewer. She stares down the barrel of ball number 2. 2-0 the topper lead as they threaten to tack on more here in the top of the third inning. 2 quick ones, though, to your point, Tyler. This game is breezed by.
Once you get to that 4th inning, too.
The 2-0 is looked at by Brewer as Jackson took some off. I believe
not a strike.
I believe it was a strike call.
I thought he extended his arm for a strike.
It is 3-0.
Okay, so it is 3-0. Okay. I thought I saw a strike call from him.
You're not the only one. Another 4-pitch walk here for the toppers, and Piper Brewer has reached twice. Here with 2 outs, Science Hill with runners at the corners. The toppers will bring in a courtesy runner into the game for Brewer. So a leadoff walk to start the inning by Metcalf. A foul out. And then a strikeout. A couple of stolen bags by Kylie Metcalf has her at third base. And now a walk by Brewer. A courtesy runner sent in. And Science Hill puts 2 on here with 2 outs. This one is hit well by Eanes, out into left field. And it's out of play. But that one had some pretty good distance. I think it jumped the fence. I'm just not sure if it was the outfield fence or the third base fence.
Straighten that
down
out.
The left
That's
field line.
dangerous. It's a dangerous hit.
0-1, quickly Jackson ahead. Eanes, who drew the walk her first time up. 1 of 3 issued by Greeneville, pitching here this afternoon. This is looped in. Parsley will keep it in the mid.
Smart play.
And moving from 1 to 2 is the courtesy runner, Avery Loveday, the freshman.
It's a tough play to make right there. You see Chucky Doak do that a lot in baseball when you've got one on first and one on third.
Especially with 60-foot bags. I'd say it's a little bit easier to steal home when you've got that lesser distance.
Funny enough, we actually saw it in the major leagues this week. I don't remember if it was the Phillies or the Nationals, but it was in the Phillies and Nationals series, and they actually pulled off a successful double steal. It's crazy you see that in the major leagues because that's something that you didn't think made it out of the middle school and high school level. I mean, you don't even see it in college.
There's one team I'm trying to recall. It's a college baseball team now. I think they've stolen home 3 times this season. I think it's a California school. 1-2, line by Eanes out into left field. It's over Lewandowski's head, and it hits the fence. 2 runs come in to score. Science Hill doubles its lead. 4-0 on the 2 RBI 2-bagger by Annabelle Eanes. The really well hit ball. You said, Tyler, she just need to straighten it up, and she did a pretty good job of straightening it a little bit more into play, and that one was off the left field fence. A couple feet high. That one would have been above that 10-foot wall out into left field.
I did think it was gone. Just the way it was hit and the trajectory that it was going, it looked out.
Big swing and a miss by Reagan Carroll here. The second extra base hit of the day, as we have learned what those have been the last couple days.
It's an important thing to know. Another
Eanes
thing.
On board for a second time.
Talking about what I mentioned recently, I mean, you got to perfect the art of 2-out hitting right there, and Science Hill kind of perfected the art of just 2-out everything right there. Drew a 2-out walk, stole some bags, got a clutch 2-out hit that drove in 2 runs. So even though there's 2 outs on the board, you never say never.
0-2, grounded foul.
Looked like it might hit her for a moment.
Annabelle Eanes will be the runner at second base here in an 0-2 count. So Carroll defends, and the at-bat is extended. Jamie Jackson will wind one in. It's upstairs for a ball, the first of the at-bat. Carroll 0 for 1 with a ground out to first base to end the top of the first. Jackson fires in the 1-2. Again, it's elevated and misses to tie things up 2-2. High and away, we've seen 3 straight balls watched by Reagan Carroll, and she has put together quite the at-bat. 6 pitches so far. And she has defended and come all the way back in the count. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back by Carroll, and she'll see one more.
I think Haley Seidel would have got that one.
Haley Seidel might be, maybe not might be, is the best defensive catcher in this county.
She'd be Gold Glove Greene County.
Yeah. She's made some plays this season that just
she had a
made you
good game
scratch your
yesterday,
head.
too.
Yes, she did. Here's the 3-2 again. Carroll lifts it right to the circle. Jackson makes the grab. The inning is over. Science Hill able to scratch 2 more, though. They get 2 runs on a hit. They do leave a runner in scoring position. They'll take a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the third. This is Greeneville and Science Hill softball, your Spotlight Game of the Week.
When it comes to healthcare, no one wants to feel rushed. At Abundant Healthcare Clinic in Greeneville, we take the time to listen, explain, and truly care. We're a nonprofit clinic backed by 60 years of experience from Evergreen Life Services. From sports and routine physicals to common illnesses and minor injuries, we focus on you, not the clock. Call 423-278-2501 to schedule your appointment today. Abundant Healthcare Clinic. We take the time. Others don't.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac? From Bachman Bernard in Greeneville, choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greeneville, where we will save you money.
Let's start the bottom of the third inning. Science Hill able to play 2 in the top half. Greeneville now trailing by 4 as they'll send 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. Johnson, Tulloch, and Ramsey as the lineup turns over. They got their first base runners of the game on board. The last side, a two-out walk and hit by pitch drawn by Lewandowski and Atchison. Now Atchison's sister, Katie Johnson, will step in. The freshman DP here today on a Thursday non-conference affair. The first pitch is lined right side and gloved by the topper second baseman Riley Cumbo. That was an absolute screamer. And again, you have hit it well, but it's just gone straight to the defense. Line out to second base, and Riley Tulloch will step to the plate for his second time. 0 for 1 with a ground out to third, her first time up. Say it loud enough, maybe you'll inject some motivation into her as well. Fiery competitor.
Lineouts suck so much, but they suck more just because you know it was a good hit.
The first offering to Tulloch is inside as she dodges it.
Like lining out, you know you made good contact. It's just right at them, too. Like if you lift that one just a little bit more right there, that's an easy base hit right there.
1 ball, no strikes as Tulloch returns to the box slowly but surely. The delivery sent in and has actually popped up off the front edge of the plate.
Don't see that ever do.
A very awkward trajectory if you were watching that on today's live stream. Glad you could join us here for a Thursday afternoon here at Hardin Park. A lot of busyness going on. Good to see the, not the Enterprise necessarily, but just the hustle and bustle and the cars driving around the park. Maybe not coming to watch a softball game, but good to see that people have places to go. And it's a unique position here in downtown Greeneville to where you can be able to see all that stuff. Tulloch's ahead 3-0 in the count. She's had a patient at-bat. The 3-0 pitch is inside for a strike. It clipped the inner edge.
Good to see Optimist have some action up there going on, too.
Some Youth League baseball, always good to see.
Saw some action on Dale Alexander Field earlier today also.
This one is way in on Tulloch, but a strike is called, and she'll have to get back in the box. Never a good thing whenever you take off before the umpire's verdict comes in. Makes it really hard to win that at-bat after that.
Well, to her defense.
Yes, she was right. Here's the payoff pitch. Tulloch sends one into right field, the first base knock of the day. Nice ball no line movement there by Briley Tulloch. And the Devils get on board for the first time this inning.
That was a good hit right there.
That was blistered off the bat. Devils put one on with one out. And Bailey Ramsey will step to the plate. 6 doubles and a triple on the season for the Green Devils center fielder. The first offering is lifted back foul, and she wore that one really close to the hands.
I like to see first pitch swings, too. I think Coach Jacob Willett and I talked about it today. A lot of times the first pitch.
You see Ramsey
She
here.
might be, she might be a little more
This one went off the handle of the bat, and you could tell right out of the gates a lot of discomfort for Ramsey as she was trotting down the first base side. Both Coach Millions taking a look at the right hand, possibly the thumb area of the senior center fielder. Very few things less comfortable than wearing that one either off the hands or off that lower part of the handle. And fortunately for Ramsey, it's just going to be a shake off and we're back to business. She did take the glove off, and that's probably the quickest put the glove back on I've ever seen. She was rocking the Michael Jackson for all of 2 seconds. But good to see her shake it off. We're back and ready to go. 0-1 the count.
Let's see a nuke right here. That'd be a good response after that.
Piper Brewer in the topper circle. The 0-1 bunted on, and this one is in a great position for an infield hit. She's there, and she is safe. The Devils will take 2. Tulla goes from first to third, and Greeneville has runners at the corners with 1 out. Look at this. Ramsey
going to second.
Actually going to coast into second. Are you kidding? High softball IQ there by the senior, and heads at base running. So in a play where you should really only have had first and second, you now have second and third, and you're knocking on the door here with a couple of runs. So a bunt single by Ramsey. You've had your first 2 base hits of the day in order. And Kaylee Garland steps to the plate. Garland on the season, 8 runs driven in, 4 doubles and a homer for the future Wasp. 4-0. Toppers leading it. Garland looking to change that perhaps with 1 swing of the bat. Ramsey's at second. Tulloch 60 feet away from scoring. Brewer gets the sign. Toes the rubber. Rocks and sends one in. The 0-1 looked at by Garland for strike number 2.
I know I said let's see a nuke right there, and we saw the complete opposite right there with that bunt, but how perfectly executed was that? And there's no way that could have been the plan also. Go from first to third and then throw to third and then get to second, but how nice to see that aggression come out.
0-2 here is lined by Garland. It will hit the line. It's a fair ball. Tulloch comes in to score. Ramsey is waved in. Greeneville cuts the lead in half, 4-2 on the 2 RBI double by Kaylee Garland. Back-to-back-to-back base hits for the Lady Devils, who were held hitless through the first 2. And just like that, you've scored your first runs of the game as well. Kaylee Garland, that's a tremendous AB by the senior.
Clutch AB by the senior right there. I mean, to get just the movement that you got on that bunt right there, how much does that pay off right there? I was just in the middle of talking about how important that was to be aggressive like that, and Kaylee was certainly aggressive right there in a 2-strike approach to knock that one off the ball and knock 2 in.
The 0-0, screamer down the left field line. Brinley Jones with an RBI base knock with an out, and Greeneville cuts the lead in half once again, 4-3. How about this rally here with 1 out? And it was all set up, Tyler, by that additional base that Tulloch took that allowed Ramsey to get to second. That brought 2 in to score on the Garland double, whereas it would have only brought in 1 had you just stolen that extra bag with Tulloch. And now with Garland at second, you bring her in on the Jones. What is it ruled as? A single?
Single advanced on the throw. But either way, you trade places right there. You go from home to second right after Kaylee Garland just went from home to second. So sometimes trading places is the best thing you can do in baseball. And softball, I'm sorry. But Lewandowski right here has the opportunity to send Jones home and tie this game and also do the same and trade places right here. So
Brooke Parsley up with an out and a runner on second. She'll dribble this one back to the circle, and Jones will advance from second to third. And she'll stay put over at third after the ground out by Parsley. How about that? 4 consecutive hits for the Lady Devils. They had 3 singles in that stretch, a 2 RBI double by Garland and an RBI single by Brinley Jones. It's a brand new ball game. 4-3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning with 2 outs and a run 60 feet away from tying this one up. Kinsley Lewandowski, who drew a walker first time up, will step in from the right side. This one will be fouled back, and it was headed in our direction.
I think all three of us jumped.
That one had some funny spin off of it.
Yeah, it did.
Again, a lot of give in these nets. Should have brought our zip ties, Tyler.
Lacey always makes fun of me for having bad reflexes.
Here's the 0-1. Lewandowski sees it low, and something that Piper Brewer's done a couple of times is work in that off-speed pitch when Greeneville is least expecting it. It's worked pretty well for her like it did there.
Going back to last at bat, too, it secured an out for Science Hill, but sometimes that's not a bad thing moving that runner over to third right here, because now just anything in play through the infield scores right here from third. So
the 0-2, Lewandowski a half swing. It's down the right side line, and it's caught in fair territory. Third out is recorded, but the Devils do damage. 3 runs on 4 hits. They bring it all the way to a 1-run game as we head to the 4th inning. 4-3 our score as you listen to the Spotlight Game of the Week.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greeneville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greeneville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
A big inning for the Greeneville Lady Devils in the bottom of the 3rd. They plate 3 on 4 hits. Big moments by that 2 RBI double off the bat of Kaylee Garland. That got it started. Then the RBI single by Brinley Jones. It all happened with 1 out, and then you have 2 consecutive groundouts to end the frame. But how about it? Tulloch and Ramsey and Jones, each with singles. Then that big one off the bat of the Texan, the double by Kaylee Garland. The first pitch is thrown in by Jamie Jackson. It's a strike on the outer edge.
I'm understanding it better now. His strike call goes up. Because I thought that one when he went out, he goes up. So.
Well, traditionally, I see the swinging strikes called with the fist up, right? So here it's a fist up. Strike
but
2.
She didn't swing
strike
on the
looking.
last one.
I'm going to point to the dugout. But I haven't seen him point.
He did the fist up on both of those.
Yeah. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. The 0-2 up and away for ball 1. Erin Van Noy, who struck out her first time up. One of just 2 strikeout victims on the day for Miss Jamie Jackson. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jackson has bounced back a couple of good innings. Swing and a miss. She'll have punch out number 3. Grab Van Noy down on strikes for a second time. That was a really good breaking pitch there by Jackson. And with nobody on and 1 out, the 9-hole batter, Riley Cumbo, will step to the plate. The lineup will turn over here in this half inning. But we see a repeat of the second with Van Noy, who struck out to start the second. And then 9 and 1 going down in order. First pitch strike is called at the knees of Cumbo. Jackson going to check the wristband. The 0-1 pitch is skipped in. He said Jackson, who started the game, 50% strikes in that first inning. She has since rebounded quite nicely. Now a 54% strike percentage, but since that first inning, she has thrown out 25 strikes in her next. Now, what would that be? 45 pitches. So after that first inning, she's a 56% strike thrower. It's pretty good stuff by the senior Jackson in the circle. here in her 12th appearance on the season. Wanted to see that ERA come down a tad bit here today. I think she's on her way to that. The 1-2 is lined out to right center field. Cumbo going to try for 2 bags, and she will be in standing up. It's a 1-out double for the Toppers, and they've got a runner in scoring position now, looking to extend its 1-run lead. It's a well-hit ball there by Cumbo. That's the first hit from a batter in that 7, 8, or 9 hole for Science Hill. They were 0 for 5 up until that swing. This pitch misses by Jackson to put Ella Meeks ahead, excuse me. Meeks, the sophomore slapper. He is 0 for 1 with a walk drawn to lead this ball game off. The next pitch is a looping off speed, and it misses for ball 2.
According to him.
Don't worry, French. You're in no danger of getting bad talks here today.
Your colleague might.
Here's the 2-0 by Jackson. It's lifted up by Meeks, and it's off the netting. It falls back in on the playing surface. A lot of new additions to this Greeneville softball facility. A new set of bleachers up on the home side. That's something that wasn't there last time I was here. We've got a beagle. That wasn't there the last time I was here. You've also got a batting cage down the right field side.
The batting cage is
a couple years old now.
Yeah, I do remember seeing it. I don't think I did see the bleachers over here last year.
Something that's not as noticeable, you've added a wooden step at the base of the home bleachers.
That's necessary.
Pretty big step up.
It is. And sometimes for some of the older fans and grandparents, you need that little extra step up to help you get up on it.
3-1. It's lined out in left field by Meeks. Drifting over to make the grab is Lewandowski as she finds it behind the polarized shades. Out number 2. And Greeneville's 1 away from getting out of the inning. That's nicely done there by Lewandowski off the well-hit ball from Ella Meeks. And with 2 outs, a runner on second base, Kylie Metcalf, who has reached every time up, will step to the plate way ahead of the first pitch she sees as she sends one out of play over the home dugout. Metcalf, who walked her first time up, had that RBI double back in the first inning. As we make our way, or we start our trip number 3 through the Science Hill order. 0-1 the count. Here are 2 outs.
Ooh, you jumped.
Metcalf sends one foul. Toppers down to their final strike here in the half inning.
Did you get any foul balls hit towards you yesterday?
A couple in my area, but not in the vicinity where I could plow someone over and grab it.
Seeing you jump, that ball's hit back at us right there.
Here's the 0-2. It is slowed up and lined down to the shortstop. Garland gloves out number 3. Greeneville stays within a run as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Project needs power. Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greeneville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greeneville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
4-3 our score. Greeneville with a very productive bottom of the third inning. We'll bring the bats back around here for a fourth time. Completing their second trip through, they'll have 7, 8, and 9 due up. Atchison, Jackson, and Johnson. A couple of ground outs to end the frame, but they had the first 4 hits of the ball game. 3 singles from Tulloch, Ramsey, and Jones, and of course the 2 RBI double by Kaylee Garland. Science Hills had a couple of doubles as well, one last half inning, but Cumbo was left stranded at second base. Science Hill still leads it by 1, 4-3, as we enter the bottom of the fourth. Officially halfway through as the first pitch is across. You're in the bottom of 4.
Some would argue that the bottom 3 in the order are just as important as the top 3 in the order, but
the 0-1 is skidded across the turf.
I see what they're saying when they say that, though. The top of your order is, of course, the players that you deem as the ones that are your best hitters, the ones you put the most trust in, your leaders. But the bottom of the order, those are some of the ones that can win you ball games, because a lot of teams aren't expecting the bottom of the order to come through as much.
Atchison eyes this one on the inner edge. And to your point, you know, Chris Stanfield, the LSU outfielder this year, batting in the 9 hole. Yes, transferred in from Auburn. But last year, I mean, he was so important to set the table for that top of the order. If you're able to draw a walk or get a board, even if you're a 250, 280 hitter, but you're able to draw walks and get a board, and your on-base percentage is up near 400, and that does really well for your squad.
Some teams treat the 9 hole as your second leadoff batter. I know Chucky Doak has Dom Atchison in the 9 hole.
I mean, Atchison has had a really good year, 308 batter. She will see the second strike, and the count will fill up at 3-2. Atchison also with 5 runs driven in, a couple of doubles on the season. The sophomore, middle blocker for the Lady Devil volleyball team as well. The payoff pitch is worn off the knee, and she'll take first base. Second time she's reached on the hit by pitch, as she wears it off the leg. The 8-hole batter, Jamie Jackson, will step in. 0 for 1 with a pop out here today. She'll have a talk with Coach Millian down the first base side and fix those blue batting gloves. Jamie Jackson will step into the right-hand side. 4-3, Toppers hanging on to that 1-run lead with the tying run at first base. Jackson once again will square around to bunt, but this one is bounced off the plate and back in foul territory.
Matthew, how fun was that game yesterday that you witnessed?
It was an absolute blast. And the game we keep
mentioning.
A
lot of runs.
Yeah, Reds Pirates yesterday. First MLB game experience for me.
First?
Yes, first ever. First ever. Great American Ballpark at 1240.
Great stadium.
It was a fantastic experience. Great stadium. Yeah, you're right. Very nice people. In Cincinnati, Ohio, not so nice what just happened to the Lady Devils. A line out to the first baseman in Annabelle Eanes, who will directly step on the bag. Gabby Atchison was caught in no man's land, and it's a double play. Just a 3 double play.
Yep, unassisted.
So with 2 outs, nobody on now, Katie Johnson will step up to the plate, looking to enact some revenge after her sister just got doubled up. 0-1 the count. Younger sisters of Dom Atchison.
Yeah.
Currently the Chucky Doak center fielder. He's had himself quite the year. Chucky Doak still undefeated in conference play on the baseball side of things.
They've played a very hard non-conference schedule, and speaking with Coach Willett earlier today, it's reflected in their record. They're 0-7 in non-con games, but they're 7-0 in conference games, so they're winning the right ones, but a lot of those non-conference games that he's scheduling are preparing him for those conference games.
Absolutely. Maybe the same can be said about this Greeneville team in a couple weeks' time.
With all everything, too.
All that out-of-state competition you face, all that higher classification competition you face, like this Science Hill team.
Getting out of basketball season, I mean, you're playing the Beardens, the Westridges, the Science Hills, Dobbins-Bennetts. You're playing those teams to prepare you for those conference games.
The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Piper Brewer gets out of the inning thanks to a double play and a strikeout. 4-3, Toppers lead as we head to the 5th. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
4-3, the score remains as we hop into the top of the 5th inning. These two teams playing for a second time this season, and the first time since back on March 9th. A lot of games passed by since then. It's the 4th game of the season for Greeneville at that juncture. Also game number 4 for the Hilltoppers. A lot of softball since then. Greeneville having lost 5 straight, entering this Thursday afternoon non-conference tilt. Science Hill likewise on a losing streak of 3 entering the ball game. So combined 8 straight losses. Something's got to give here today. So far, it was Science Hill jumping out to that 4-0 lead, but 3 unanswered by the Green Devils in the bottom of the 5th. Have them pulling within 1 as we move into the 5th frame. Foul ball lifted off the bat of Isabel Meeks. And she'll be behind 0-1. 0 for 2 with an RBI. Isabel Meeks, one of 3 Meeks sisters in this lineup, as she will lift this one high to the right side, drifting back to make the grab. The right fielder, Izzy Doan.
Another good play out there in right field.
Doan, the defensive-only player in this Greeneville lineup, and playing the field and being batted for by Johnson. But you're right, the 2 chances that she's had, she's made the putouts.
Hey, if that's all she does is play defense, we've seen that she does her job pretty well.
1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Jamie Jackson with a couple of crooked numbers in top halves, but otherwise she's been really good if you isolate those numbers in those sides where she's pitched zeros. This is a hit into left field off the bat of Ainsley Kraft, her first hit of the ball game. The first runner of the inning jumps aboard. Piper Brewer, who's 1 for 1 with a walk, will step to the plate. Courtesy runner is in for Science Hill. This time it will be Addison Wilson, the freshman, to run the bases for Science Hill. Jackson on the season, 29 1/3 innings coming into today, as she has gathered up now 4 1/3 as we enter the 5th. Also 30 strikeouts to 26 walks here today. She's got the 3-to-4 ratio. So about on par, but has not given up the runs as we typically see out of a start. Has been much better in that category.
Opposite of us over at Dale Alexander Field, you've got the JV Green Devils who beat Lakeway 9-1. So already got 1 dub today here at Hardin Park. Would love to see 2 more here with Greeneville over Science Hill. And now the varsity Green Devils playing Canfield from Ohio next.
The 1-1 pitch is skied up by Brewer. Shallow center field, moving in to make the grab for out 2. It is Bailey Ramsey. She'll rocket one into first base, but it's a tad too late. 2 outs and a runner on first, though, after the fly out to shallow center. Like you said about the Greeneville baseball team, though, on Their fourth leg of out-of-state competition. Of course, the game yesterday against Volunteer rained out again. I guess it was snowed out the first time, postponed. But you've had your streak against out-of-state competition preserved. Now playing your second team from Ohio this past week and your fourth against out-of-state competition. One from Illinois and one other from Kentucky. The 1-0 is a called strike. The throw down is just late. And sliding into second will be Addison Wilson. The fly out to start the inning, a single and another fly out as the Toppers down to their final out. In a 2-1 count here with Annabelle Eanes. Eanes with the magical bat, her last time up, the 2 RBI double that has, in hindsight, brought in the needed runs. This one is a screamer off the bat. It's hooking foul, and it will be a foul ball. Fortunately for Greeneville, that one was hit well, but it stayed just left, a couple feet away from the white chalk out in the left field.
I had a bad feeling about that one when you seen it drop down. It looked like he was going to drop just fair and drive home another run. Greenville's been doing a good job at limiting the runners that do get on base. You've seen them crack 2 across the plate in 2 separate innings, but I think Science Hill's got a runner on almost every single time. And they've done a good job of getting out of it with a chance to do it again.
2-2 is skied high to left field. Lewandowski gloves it for out number 3. The deficit still 1. Greeneville sends batters 1, 2, and 3. Top of the order due up when we return. Bottom of the 5th, Greeneville trails by 1 in your Spotlight Game of the Week.
In Greeneville, we blend beauty with Southern charm.
From sharp cuts to flawless color and perfect extensions, we make dream hair real.
As milkshake experts, we deliver exclusive treatments, glosses, and pro product advice. Finish your look with nails and waxing done with care.
Relax and recharge with our signature Japanese head spa.
Come experience the Main Brand difference.
At the Main Brand Hair Company,
We wrangle your tangles.
At Food City, we make it easy for you to shop your way. Order online and pick it up curbside. Or have it delivered straight to your door with Instacart or DoorDash. Nobody does food like Food City. And now, get it straight from our doors to yours.
Value everyday Food City.
A 1-run deficit for the Greeneville Lady Devils as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Toppers couldn't get that runner in scoring position in the last half inning. Jackson's been able to put up a couple of zeros in consecutive frames along with that Greeneville defense. And Briley Tulloch will start the order, which will bat around for a 3rd time here as we hop into the bottom of the 5th. We'll play 7. Wind that is pretty standstillish here today. Not a ton of wind.
Blue's jumpy just like you. He jumped right there. He thought that ball was about to skip up and hit him.
He's too much caffeine. I'm not sure what the explanation would be. The 1-0 is lined into right field by Briley Tulloch. It'll be misplayed by the right fielder. Tulloch going to get an extra bag after the mistake, and she'll be gunned down at second base.
Or safe?
Thought the call
I think
was
he called
out.
Safe is the call.
Tulloch's going to remain standing out there. We'll have a mound visit here from the Science Hill pitching coach.
So there's no argument that she was out, so I guess it was
Did
safe.
we see the same thing?
I seen him make some sort of movement, but I wasn't sure what the movement was because I switched over just in time.
It looked like the throw got there just on time, if not a little early.
It did get there right whenever she slid in, but if not, gutsy move right there for her to extend that from just a single to a double right there and still a bag whenever you had, I guess, was that an error?
Yeah, it was an error that advanced
So an error,
for
yeah,
second.
so a single with an error. So, I mean, gutsy right there to just – and you got to have that instinct, too, to see it and then take advantage of it, because if you don't and you hesitate, that's when you get gunned down at second like that, or you have to backtrack once you're about 20 feet past the first or second base bag. So, but we're also talking about Briley Tulloch. We know she's got that instinct. We've seen it in basketball. So for her to see that and be able to extend it right there, that's big, because now you've got the lead runner on second with no outs, and you're forcing Science Hill to change pitchers right here. So you've got the opportunity to really do some damage. And now we're talking about not even tying the game, but potentially taking the lead now as we head into the home stretch.
You've got Isabel Meeks, the new pitcher, into the game for Science Hill. Meeks, one of the 3 Meeks sisters on the team. The oldest one, Isabel, now in the circle for the Hilltoppers. The tying run stands at second for the Greeneville Lady Devils. Bailey Ramsey, 1 for 2 with a bunt single her last time up. She'll step in looking to follow suit after Tulloch's single and a 1-base error. This one is drilled off the top of the visitors' dugout and all the way out in the direction of Optimist Park. 4-3, still the score. Science Hill clinging onto its 1-run lead. Greeneville with a chance last inning after a hit-by pitch to start, but a line out into a double play and then a strikeout to end made a flat end to that 4th inning. Tyler, I noticed this yesterday. Didn't realize how many balls they cycle through during a major league game. I mean, it was
it's insane.
Incredible. Over 100 at least.
They do that during minor league games.
That is just astounding. And it got me thinking, the 0-2 is swung on by Ramsey. It's a strikeout. Oh, Tulloch with a delayed steal here. Sliding in head first. It's a stolen bag from Tulloch. And the Green Devils have the tying run 60 feet away thanks to the savvy steal from Tulloch.
Again, there's that instinct.
She's done that a couple of times. The last few pitches she was doing that same thing. I guess getting the timing right from the catcher and then throw back to the circle.
Sometimes, that's a good point to make, because sometimes you do that and you kind of force the catcher to make the throw and see if they can commit an error. But for her to slide in like that and get under the tag and get there in time, it's that instinct, and there's nothing that you can teach somebody. There's nothing, you can't coach that. You just have it.
Kaylee Garland will step in with 1 out and a runner on third. The 1-0 upstairs, and Garland steps out. A lot of power in the bat of the Texan shortstop. Fouled out her first time up, but that 2 RBI double her last time has been good for the lone extra base hit of the day for this Greeneville offense. 2-0 the count. Meeks sends one in. Garland lifts one high and out of play. This one will bounce nearly into the creek behind us.
Matthew, I'm glad you brought the tent out here today. We originally brought it out for the purposes of rain.
Yes.
But, sometimes it's extra head cover whenever you're close to the territory of foul balls.
Meeks will rock and deliver. The 2-1 looked at by Garland, low for ball number 3. Brinley Jones stands in the on-deck circle. I mean, this 3-4 in the batting order is just so dangerous with Garland and Jones batting back-to-back.
It's a big, big pitch right here.
3 balls and 1 strike. Meeks gets the sign, rocks and sends one in. Garland gives it a look. It's knee-high for the strike. That fills the count.
Now, this is an even bigger pitch now. I mean, the 3-1's important, but now you get to the full count right here. This is big. I mean, these are the moments in a game that you live for, though.
Tulloch started the inning with a single, grabbed second on the air, and stole third. Here's the payoff pitch by Meeks, swung on by Garland, and a miss. It's a strikeout for out number 2. Back-to-back Ks for Isabel Meeks, and the senior is 1 away from getting out of the jam here in the bottom of the 5th. But not before facing Brinley Jones. Jones, we talked about the numbers. Incredible at the plate this season. A .535 batter. A team-high 19 runs driven in. The next closest with 12. 3 bombs to lead the team as well. First pitch is lifted high. Always a tough out, Brinley Jones, no matter how.
First pitch swinging.
It's going to be hard to retire her. We were looking at some other statistics as well in the break. A .977 slugging percentage. She got a 1560 OPS. That's just bonkers.
That's all state caliber.
No balls and 1 strike for the starting third baseman.
So you're telling me her on base is – well, you told me her batting average earlier was in the 500s.
On base is 583 for Jones.
Okay, what's batting average?
Batting average just north of 540. Or just
here we
south
go.
of 540. This one a wild pitch, and Tulloch will come in standing. We're all knotted up 4-4 on the wild pitch that allows Tulloch to score from third.
And just like that, it is a tied ball game. That's why you love the game of softball and baseball. You're never out of it. There's no time clock. It's just until you get the allotted outs in a game, and you get down 4-0, and sometimes you may get scared that it's going to get out of hand. But, I mean, all you got to do is, just like the game of anything in sports, you just make adjustments.
Big cut, but a miss there by Jones, and you're absolutely right. And you got to take advantage of it. But, again, you go back to that play where Tulloch was able to steal. That score isn't able to happen if she's standing at second base. This is a strikeout to end the frame. Greeneville able to tie things up, but Meeks able to get out of the jam as we head to the 6th. 4-4 our score. This is the Spotlight Game of the Week here on First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
Whether you ride, haul, or work, CNC has what moves you from dirt roads to job sites. We've got the gear to get you there. Hardworking equipment, helpful people, and honest advice. Whether you haul tools, toys, or livestock, CNC Custom Trailers has the equipment you need and the upgrades you want. CNC Custom Trailers, where you're more than just a customer, you're a neighbor.
We're tied at 4 as we enter the 6th. Greeneville able to scratch across the tying run on a wild pitch. Briley Tulloch, who stole third, moving 60 feet away. A couple of savvy plays on the base pass to get to second to begin with to lead off. Greeneville not able to do much offense as Isabel Meeks would come in slamming the door, striking out the side, but a single would be all the Green Devils needed on an error that advanced her to second, a stolen base, and then a steal of home on the wild pitch.
Yeah, and something you mentioned earlier, too, that doesn't happen without that steal of third. That also doesn't happen without that error out there.
Yes.
That she takes advantage of and stretches out to second.
Jamie Jackson's first pitch skips in for a ball. Jamie Jackson, the number 2 arm in this Greeneville pitching staff. 5 innings of work so far. Has scattered 5 hits, allowed the 4 runs, has struck out 3 and walked just 4. She's 3 away from the century mark, now 2 away, and now 1 away on strike number 1 across the knees. And it's been a really good effort here today by Jackson after giving up the 2 to start the game to bounce back and give a couple of zeros. She's not allowed any runs since the top of the 3rd. Greeneville has actually scored 4 answered to tie things up here through 5. 2 balls, 1 strike as Reagan Carroll steps in, looking for her first time aboard on the afternoon. She's 0 for 2, and will lift this one foul over top the Greeneville dugout. Pretty good crowd on hand here today.
I always feel like you get a good crowd here at Hardin Park.
Especially with Greeneville and their first pitch slotted for 6. A lot of Greeneville softball fans in attendance. A couple of Science Hill fans that made the trip from Johnson City as well. But definitely about an 80-20 partisan crowd in favor of the green and white.
I always like seeing, well, white and white today, but I always like seeing opposing crowds make the travel to it.
Payoff pitch by Jackson's upstairs, and Carroll reaches the board for the first time today.
I think it just makes the excitement of the game better, too, whenever you've got a full crowd with both teams. Of course, the 80-20 split is fine because that's still a full crowd at the end of the day, but I like it whenever you've got some of the visitors here too. It makes things more exciting.
We'll see a pinch hitter here for the Hilltoppers. It was supposed to be Aaron Van Noy, the DP, but it'll be Coach Eden's reaching into his lineup. I think Eden is actually, I think he's running for some sort of political office coming up here soon.
See a lot of people running for political offices.
I'd have to look, but maybe it's for Washington County. I've seen some signs up, some Josh Eden signs up. Anyways, the pinch hitter will be Mackenzie Cumbo. She also has a sister on this Science Hill team, and I believe they're twins.
She's got a lot of twins and a lot of sisters.
Yeah. Or perhaps just the older sister. Anyways, the first pitch is
That's
smoked down the left field line. It's fair. Lewandowski giving chase. This is going to score Carroll from first base. Toppers on front 5-4 on the double from the pinch hitter, Mackenzie Cumbo. That's a big-time swing. An RBI double. Still no outs and a runner on second. Riley Cumbo, the freshman. The younger sister, I'll tab it. They are not identical twins, if they are twin sisters. Cumbo will swat this one up in the air right side. Moving in to make the grab. How about the catch from Izzy Doan? Tagging from second is Cumbo. So it's a productive out for the Toppers, but what a put out on the F9. Diving grab by Izzy Doan. She's had 3 chances in each 3. She's made some pretty tough outs.
Sometimes that's what you just got to do. You got a job at hand, go do that job. And she's done that 3 times a day. And she's done it pretty exceptionally each time also. Because both that were hit to her earlier, they looked like they were pretty well hit over her head. And she does a great job at gliding back for them.
So after a leadoff walk and a RBI double, a fly out will turn the lineup over. We'll see Ella Meeks for a 4th time. 0 for 2 with a walk back in the first inning. Also a run scored for the first of the game. The slapper from the left-hand side. The sophomore. Actually 3 Cumbo sisters on the team. I just saw Brooklyn, Mackenzie, and Riley. There's also 3 Meek sisters. So 2 sets of 3 sisters on the Science Hill team. And one of or 2 are twins. One of the, or 2, I guess 2 of the 6 sisters are twins.
Wow.
The 2-1 upstairs, it missed. Jackson looking to keep the damage to a minimum. But the run of 4 unanswered from Greeneville is now over after the RBI double from the Toppers here in the top of the 6th. Jackson quickly will loop in the 3-1, and it's a 5-pitch walk issued to the game's original leadoff batter, Ella Meeks, who will walk for a 2nd time. Your Coach Millian here, you think about a mound visit just to calm her down?
With who's at bat, maybe.
Kylie Metcalf, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first inning. So square around a bunt here. Parsley will not throw down, and the Toppers advance 2 into scoring position with 1 out. Leading by 1 here in the top of the 6th. It was a 14-4 Science Hill win the first time these two met. Back on the 4th game of the season. Greeneville looking for revenge.
Uh-oh.
This one nearly clips a car. GMC Terrain riding by. The foul ball just missed it. Kylie Metcalf, the right fielder. Back-to-back left-handed batters here for Science Hill. This one skipped in. Parsley does a good job at keeping it in front of her. And the at-bat continues. Meeks is at 2nd. Cumbo is at 3rd. Jackson's up to 112 pitches on the day. I'll stop play here as a ball got on the surface out into deep right field. Izzy Doan. Hey, that's a great throw in. That's a great relay in, Tyler. I wouldn't quite call it a chance officially in the scorebook, but it's still nicely done. She's certainly done her role well. Defensive specialist.
She's done it very well today.
Now 3-1 after a ball low. You got a feeling this could be a very pivotal at-bat with Isabel Meeks in the on-deck circle. Your 3-4 hitters on deck and in the hole. Very pivotal. The 3-1 is lined over the shortstop head out into left field. Lewandowski hits the cutoff. Throw not going to be coming home, and 2-run score for Science Hill. A 2 RBI single off the bat of Kylie Metcalf, and Science Hill increases their lead by 2. 7-4 here in the top of the 6th.
It's a big hit right there. You get into the late innings like this, you just get it in play and score runs any way that you can. And if you can get it into play like that with a well-hit ball into the outfield, that's about as perfect of a hit as you could want.
That's Metcalf's 3rd run driven in here this afternoon and her 2nd hit. Nice pitch there by Jackson. She'll take some off of it for an early count lead. 7-4. Toppers have responded with 3 after being blanked the last 2. Here's the 0-1. It's looping in. The throw down by Parsley is a little too behind the head-first sliding Metcalf. Toppers with another in scoring range. A count now at 1-1. Matthew Palazzo, Tyler Nichols, Ethan Cooper, our 3-man crew here at Hardin Park on a beautiful Thursday for high school softball. Glad you could join us. Glad you could be with us. The 1-1, fouled back off the bat of Isabel Meeks. Meeks, one of the 3 Meeks sisters on this Science Hill team. She came in, struck out the side in relief of Piper Brewer. Well, Science Hill, they've got 18 players on the roster.
6.
If you call one Meeks or one Cumbo, you'd have a 34% chance of getting it right, regardless of who it was.
That's trouble.
This is hooking foul, and it'll fall on the white line out in the right field. Home plate umpire says fair ball. In comes sliding Metcalf. As of now, it's an 8-4 ball game. Coach Millian and all the coaches in that Greeneville dugout, Coach Millian, Coach Matt Millian, and Coach Conrad had their arms outstretched wide. They had no idea why that ball was called foul. That thing fell. I saw it was at least 6 inches from the right field line. Coach Edens will ask for a courtesy runner. Tyler.
For what my money's worth.
You were right there. You had a better look at it than I. Certainly looked that way to me.
It looked foul.
As of now, it is a single for Meeks, who advances on the throw. It scores Metcalf from second base.
We'll say that foul ball missed any cars.
Meeks, who scored from second on the play. It's an RBI single for Isabel Meeks. For Ainsley Craft, excuse me. I think I had that for – no, Ainsley Craft is now up to bat. Okay, so, yeah, it is an RBI single for Isabel Meeks. She does have the courtesy runner in for as well. That is the freshman Avery Loveday. 1-1 the count. 4 unanswered here by the Toppers here in the top of the 6th. This is dribbled foul off the bat of Kraft. And we've had a run of 4s here today. Science Hill, who got ahead 4-0 to begin. Greeneville would answer with 4 straight to tie it. And then 4 now in the top of the 6th inning by Science Hill, have them leading by 4 once again. Just 1 error on the day and it's been had by either team. Well, one error each, I guess you could say, from either team. This is a nice pitch by Jackson, as she will record the punch out. Number 4 on the day, after striking out Kraft for a second time. Nicely done by the senior Jackson. Trying to think of when that Greeneville error came. Had to be on the throw. This one is drilled, but fortunately foul there by Piper Brewer.
That's straightened out. It's hitting the trees over there.
Trying to find where that error came from. 8-4 Science Hill. 0-1 the count. The pitch by Jackson way upstairs. It's caught by Parsley. Greeneville looking to get out of the inning. 1 out away from doing just that. Jackson up to 124 pitches on the day. She'll check the wristband, fire in the 1-1. It's lifted high off the bat of Brewer into center field. Charging to make the grab, it's Bailey Ramsey. The inning is over, but the damage is done. 4 put up here in the top of the 6th as Science Hill will take an 8-4 lead into the home half. Greeneville with 6 outs left to work with here during the Spotlight Game of the Week.
When it comes to healthcare, no one wants to feel rushed. At Abundant Healthcare Clinic in Greeneville, we take the time to listen, explain, and truly care. We're a nonprofit clinic backed by 60 years of experience from Evergreen Life Services. From sports and routine physicals to common illnesses and minor injuries, we focus on you, not the clock. Call 423-278-2501 to schedule your appointment today. Abundant Healthcare Clinic. We take the time. Others don't.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac from Bachman Bernard in Greeneville? Choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greeneville, where we will save you money.
Greeneville down to its final 6 outs of the ball game as we enter the bottom of the 6th. 5, 6, and 7 due up. Parsley, Lewandowski, and Atchison. A combined, 0 for 3 on the day, but they've drawn 2 hit by pitches and a walk. Parsley herself is 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out back to the circle her last time up. Emma Meeks, That is the correct name. No, I've called her by the wrong name. It's Isabel, the senior. My goodness. She gets ahead early 0-1. Matthew Palazzo, Tyler Nichols, Ethan Cooper saying hello and welcome back here from a beautiful afternoon here at Hardin Park on a Thursday. Wind starting to pick up, blow in towards us. The 0-1 is swung on by Parsley. It's hooking foul. It'll fall out of play. Very controversial foul call that last half inning. Tyler did bring in the 8th run.
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to go back
off the bat of Isabel Meeks.
Can't zoom in and see it as well.
And we did also get some clarification. So I was wondering where that error had come from. It was the correct ruling. It was on that single by Van Noy, it was the pinch hitter that came in. So it would have been Mackenzie Cumbo. It had the single. It was misplayed out and left by Lewandowski. So it allowed the additional bag from the girl who started the inning with the walk, and then of course for Cumbo, who ended up reaching second. Parsley strikes out on 3 pitches here. And with an out, nobody on, Kinsley Lewandowski will be looking to make up for that mistake here at the plate. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts by Isabel. Don't call me Ella, don't call me Emma Meeks. This one is elevated fastball, and you can tell just a lot quicker out of the hand from Meeks than the starting pitcher Brewer.
A well-timed pitching change, too.
Very much indeed. Just in time. The 1-0 pitch looked at by Lewandowski. Knee high for a strike. And again, strike looking, but the fist goes up. Not your traditional strike 3 call, or your strike call.
Not very. Never mind.
1 ball, 1 strike. Meek sends one in. Low and away.
Sometimes I think it's a bad idea that you invite me to do color commentary sometimes.
Sometimes it's a bad idea for me to show up. We've had a couple of doozies, Tyler.
Listen, and along the right field foul line over here, we've got.
Here's the 2-1. It's skied out of play. Lewandowski will thank the fans for coming out, give them a souvenir.
We've got the voice of the North Green Huskies, Andrew French, out here.
That's not. By the way, we need to clarify. That's not the.
No.
That's not the source.
No,
that's not the source of the controversy.
Anybody can tell he's not the one shown. That's the source of controversy. But earlier today, he saw me before the game, and he said no bad mouthing the officiating. So if he goes back and he's listening right now, I'll abide by your wishes.
The payoff pitch, lined by Lewandowski. It'll get
Good
down
play.
for a base hit. She'll make her way to second, rounding first, and she'll be in standing up. It's a double for Kinsley Lewandowski, Greeneville's second extra base hit of the day, and they're cooking with 1 out. Just what the doctor ordered to end that run of 4 straight Ks by Meeks in the circle. And you hear that the engine starting to rev up behind us. Maybe Greeneville can start to rev its engine here in the bottom of the 6th. Is Lewandowski the first domino to fall? 1 out and a runner on second base. Gabby Atchison will step in from the right-hand side. This one nearly gets away from the catcher, Kraft. And Atchison will jump in front 1-0.
Wind's picking up a little bit also.
That chop up.
I want to say right there, the wind's picking up a little bit and blowing at us right now. If the wind didn't start blowing, does that ball stay in the yard? It probably still stays in, but
Did it 1-hop the fence or 2-hop the fence?
It made it to the outfielder. Like, it wasn't hit far enough for a home run, but just where the wind just started picking up. Bad timing for the wind to pick up right after she sends one to left.
I mean, it was scorched off the bat.
It was a well-hit softball.
Lewandowski's 4th double of the year. And the first hit of the day for the sophomore left fielder. Here's the 2-1, swung on by Atchison, right through it for strike 2. Can 7, 8, 9 come through? Jackson in the on-deck circle. The 2-2 pitch inside, looked at by Atchison for ball 3. That wind that has picked up and started blowing in towards the plate. Here's the payoff pitch by Meeks, looked at by Atchison, and she is rung up looking for out number 2. Couple of Ks by Meeks, and she'll face the 8-hole batter. For a 3rd time, it's Jamie Jackson who lined out into the double play her last time up. She's looking to get aboard for the first time this afternoon. Hello, evening. The 0-0. Away for strike 1. Credit to Meeks, you called it, Tyler. She came in at the opportune time. And she has really done well in the circle. 5 strikeouts for the relieving arm of Isabel Meeks. The senior has dealt. Here's the 0-1 on Jackson, who will scoop it foul back behind the netting. And she's quickly down 0-2. Pitcher-on-pitcher duel here with Jackson down to her final strike.
Great pitching change. And that came at an opportune time when Greeneville was catching up to your timing and tied the game right there. And you make a switch, and Greeneville's not been able to adjust to it. They're doing a great job of keeping Greeneville off balance.
Isabel Meeks will reach towards the wristband. Rock and deliver the 0-2. It's swung on, dribbled right side by Jackson. And it will be made by the second baseman, Cumbo. The inning is over, 8-4. Science Hill holds on to its lead. Greeneville able to get a double, but nothing else doing. They'll trail by 4 as we head to the 7th inning during the Spotlight Game of the Week.
So why sit on the sidelines when you could be driving a brand new Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac? From Bachman Bernard in Greeneville, choose from the Silverado, Sierra, Terrain, Acadia, Equinox, Trax, Trailblazer, or Blazer. And wrap yourself in elegance and style while driving a Cadillac, Lyric, or the best vehicle on the planet, the Cadillac Escalade. So don't stumble, bumble, and fumble your way with other dealers. If we don't have it, we'll get it. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet GMC Cadillac in Greeneville, where we will save you money. For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has proudly served the Tri-Cities with a personal touch, because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet repairs to full plumbing repiping, we have the experience and expertise to get the job done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect solution for your home. Our technicians stand behind their work and always leave your space clean and spotless. Looking for a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
We welcome you back here to Hardin Park. Sun not quite going down yet, but the game getting out of reach for Greeneville, falling behind 8-4 now as we enter the 7th inning. Now, it is election season. We saw Matthew Palazzo step away from the mic a little bit and start politicking over to the side with the Science Hill crowd, so don't know what that's all about. But, hey, he's back with us now. Glad that Matthew could join us back again in time for the 7th inning.
I'm no Marty Brenneman, and I'm not running for election here. I just had to get some clarity. So Isabel Meeks, it's almost always going to be your starting pitcher. So I got confirmation on that. So she is the ace that comes in and relieves. She has 5 strikeouts and her 7 outs recorded now for the Toppers. Or excuse me, no, 5 of her 6 outs recorded have been strikeouts. She's actually signed to play softball at ETSU. Also got that information as well. So I just had to find out. Cause
nasty.
Yeah. I mean, you come in and you throw like that. That warrants a question. This is a big swing by Yeens all the way out into left center. Moving to make the grab is Bailey Ramsey, allowed out for the first of the inning. And with 1 out, nobody on, Reagan Carroll will be looking for her first hit of the day. She's pieced a couple up.
She has. Had a 2 RBI double earlier. 2 flyouts over there in left field. She's got great bat-to-ball skills. Certainly. I guarantee she's a tough one to strike out in that District 1 4A conference.
8-4, Science Hill leading. Currently having scored 4 unanswered. Good pitch there by Jackson on the inside edge. And the count ties up 1-1. Don't you love it, Tyler, when you can start a game? This one actually started a little bit earlier than anticipated. And they can just roll on smoothly. No delays. You get what you need. Lineups are in on time.
That is one of the nice
things.
The
coaches talk to you. That's nice, too.
I like about spring is you get out earlier than – sometimes you get out earlier than the football games start. And that's what I like. Sometimes you have 5 o'clock games and you're done with the softball game by 6:30 or 6:45. So that's nice. I mean, each season has its own pros and cons, but I do like that about spring sports, how a lot of them have early start times and you get out depending on when the game times start before the sun goes down. I know some teams like to play JV before varsity, some vice versa.
The 2-2 is rocketed up in the air left side, and this one is off the top of the fence. Lewandowski made the grab. The throw is in, and it won't be an out, but that's an impressive play nonetheless by Lewandowski.
Wow.
I guess it was just the excitement of it all. I got all wound up, but fortunately for Greeneville, a millimeter further, and that ball is out of here.
Talking about football is a game of inches. Softball, I guess, is also a game of inches. If that's it an inch further out there, an inch further to the left, that's gone.
The strangest double you may ever see.
Softball is weird.
A play in which the ball did not hit the ground, and you've got a double by Carroll here with 1 out. This game is so weird. The 0-0 called strike. But credit Lewandowski. She didn't think that she made the out like I did. She actually relayed it in. It did what she was supposed to, quite honestly. Here's the 0-1 by Jackson. It's lined down to shallow center. Garland
Good
makes
play.
the grab, ranging back, and Kaylee Garland will glove it for out number 2. That's impressive stuff from the senior shortstop. A web gem here for the second out of the top of the 7th. Pretty good play there for the Emory and Henry signee. First offering is lifted foul off the bat of Riley Cumbo. And directly before her, who we just saw in place of Erin Van Noy, that was another one of the Cumbo sisters. That was Mackenzie Cumbo. Now Riley Cumbo, the other sister, will ground it right side. Tulloch throws it in time, and the inning is over. A head-scratching double, a line-out double, or line-out that could have been a double, and we're out of the inning. 8-4, Science Hill leads it. Greeneville is down to their final 3 outs. 9-1-2 come to the plate. Johnson, Tulloch, and Ramsey when we come back. 8-4, Greeneville trails it here in the Spotlight Game of the Week.
Your project needs power. Williams Electric Supply has it all. Find us in Bristol, Greeneville, Johnson City, and Kingsport. Our knowledgeable staff can help you with every wire, cable, switch, and electrical need. No one does electrical better. Williams Electric Supply. Your home needs lighting. Williams Electric Supply has it all. A showroom full of ideas for lighting your home for comfort. Find us in Bristol, Greeneville, Johnson City, and Kingsport for unique lighting and every perfect light fixture. No one does lighting better. Williams Electric Supply.
It's 8-4 as we step into our final half inning of the ball game, potentially the final half inning. Toppers lead after bringing in Isabel. Don't call me by my other 2 sisters' names. Meeks. The ETSU signee is dealt. 5 of her 6 outs recorded have been by way of the K. She has come in, she has slammed the door, she has pitched up a couple of consecutive zeros, and she has pitched a whole lot of those strikes.
From what I understand, you normally see her start a game.
Yes.
She's nasty to bring out the bullpen.
Yeah, absolutely. Max effort here. You got what I'm assuming is your 100% effort. 32 pitches, 22 have gone for strikes. The 0-1 is looked at for a strike low on Katie Johnson.
Tell that her velocity is.
Yeah, it's definitely up from what we saw from the starter.
It's different than both pitchers we've seen today.
Greeneville down to its final 3 outs of the ball game. The 0-2 pitch sent in as strikeout looking. Katie Johnson will strike out for a second time, and that's 6 strikeouts now in 7 outs recorded.
That's a pretty good percentage.
Yeah. that's pretty good. That's a, what is that, K per 9? That's.
I mean, that's good no matter what sport you're playing. Whether you're a quarterback, whether you're shooting free throws.
Yeah.
Shooting, what, 83%?
Oh, yeah.
86%.
86% strikeouts. Briley Tulloch will look to change that. Stepping in, hey, Briley is really the catalyst of this comeback bid to begin with. She was the first of 4 runs to score earlier back in that 3rd inning. Of course, the savvy on the base pass leading to that 1-out rally. She's 2 for 3 on the day. Back-to-back singles. We'll look down the barrel at 0-2. She'll foul this one back off the netting. Couple of fans gripping their seats on the home side.
The home team trailing by 4 with just 4 strikes remaining. Isabel Meeks rocks, winds, spins one in. Tulloch lifts it high and left. Hooking foul, converging on it, the left fielder, Carroll, and she will see it drop foul. We'll see one more pitch. 6 pitches this inning. Now the third foul of the at-bat for Tulloch. 4 pitches this at-bat, 4 fouls. All 7 pitches this inning from Meeks have gone for strikes. Pretty efficient. The future Buccaneer. 0-2. Tulloch steps in. The pitch waved at and sent over the visitors' dugout.
Was that you said 4?
That's the
now
fifth.
5?
Now, the 5th foul ball now for Tulloch. Battling here with 2 strikes. But softball is a little bit more expensive to produce than baseballs, from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
0-2. Tulloch sees one way past the knees, and that'll be the first ball thrown of the inning for Isabel Meeks. One ball and 2 strikes. Meeks also a little bit slower in between pitches than we saw the starter, Piper Brewer, but patient. The 1-2 lifted up by Tulloch, and this one is in foul play. It's caught by the third baseman, Piper Brewer, and Greeneville is down to its final out. Well, they've certainly put up much more of a fight than we saw the first time these two met. A 14-4 Science Hill victory. But 4 runs by Science Hill in the top of the 6th. A couple of those due to a controversial fair ball. And Science Hill is 1 out away from securing this win and breaking a 3-game skid. High fastball gets a swing and a miss out of Bailey Ramsey. Isabel Meeks, excuse me. Got to remember the name after the performance that she's had. Looking to, what's more than shut the door? Break the door off the hinges of this Greeneville comeback bid.
Shut it, lock it, deadbolt it.
Deadbolt it, stick a chair up underneath the handle, barricade it.
Cover the window.
0-2. The pitch, high for a ball, and the inning is prolonged by at least 1 more.
Barricade the door like the Los Angeles Clippers, if anybody out there knows.
But you get Ramsey aboard here. You got Garland on deck and Jones in the hole. So Greeneville not out of it, just down to their final strike. We'll see what becomes of it. The 1-2 looked at as it skips in, and the count ties up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Meeks winds and delivers. A swing and a miss will end the ball game. Excellent stuff from the ETSU signee, Isabel Meeks. She comes in the 5th and slams the door on the Greeneville comeback bid. 8-4, your final. Another exciting, eventful spotlight game of the week. Couple of runs of 4, despite tying it at 4. Science Hill would put up 4 in the top of the 6th, and it would be all that was needed to take this 4-run victory. Greeneville has lost its 6th straight game, and they will fall for just a 2nd time this season here in Hardin Park. Meanwhile, Science Hill will snap its 3-game skid, and they'll be back on the winning side of things. Greeneville, quick turnaround tomorrow. They'll face the North Green Lady Huskies on the road at North Green High School. 8-4, again, your final. Science Hill victorious. We'll have all a post-game wrap when we return. You've been listening to the Spotlight Game of the Week right here from First Horizon, Green Sports Zone.
At Heritage Community Bank, we offer local banking with local decisions. Stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see how Heritage Community Bank can serve your needs. We're here to stay. We're not for sale. We're not merging. We're local, and we intend to stay that way. From small business banking to personalized checking accounts with online and mobile capabilities, Heritage Community Bank can take care of all your banking needs. Visit us online at hcbonline.us, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greeneville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greeneville.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, you'll find a company that realizes that our customers are our biggest assets. We are a locally owned company, proud to serve our community. So we do everything with you in mind. We clean and sanitize our stores, provide a well-lit, monitored area to keep you and your family safe. You can always expect a friendly staff and a large selection of products with weekly specials. Stop in at a nearby Marathon Quick Stop Market today.
Hello once again and welcome back from Hardin Park as the wind begins to increase. Final duration, an hour and 33 minutes of this game. Pretty quick as the weather obviously torrential earlier on today. Really night and day difference here later this afternoon. The clouds parted just long enough for us to get this one in, and my goodness, what a beautiful day for some high school softball. Unfortunately, Greeneville on the losing side of things. Science Hill with the go-ahead runs in the top of the 6th inning. They would get the victory 8-4 over the Greeneville Green Devils here this afternoon. Tyler, an excellent game, but you point to one thing that was really the turning point in this game. Obviously, Isabel Meeks coming in to relieve there in that top of the 5th, or the bottom of the 5th inning, after the first batter was faced by Brewer. You'd have Meeks come in, and she would then strike out 8 of the next 9 outs of the game that she would need. And she would get, out of multiple jams. Of course, Telek would come around to score on the stolen base and then the wild pitch. But other than that, no weaknesses from Meeks. And she really able to just do the job and really execute all that you would need. And there you go, a 4-run victory, and that's all that would be needed.
I think the 6th inning was when Science Hill cracked it open.
Yeah, they would put up that
4-run 6th inning was very crucial. In the game, in any game, in sports in general, sometimes you have breaks that don't go your way, and you dwell on some of the negatives. You look at the strike zone tonight; it wasn't as consistent as I think Greeneville wanted it to be. You look at the fair ball that was hit to right field that you believe to be foul, but other than that, too, it's just a lot of Science Hill just taking advantage of some things, too, like catching up to the timing. And one of my favorite sayings in baseball and softball is hitting is contagious, and I do believe that hitting is contagious. And even walks, once you see somebody get on base, that gives you that extra added incentive to hit the ball or to also join them on the base paths, just because that generates runs, that generates a lot of momentum, and that helps you win games. And that certainly was the case for Science Hill tonight. I think after seeing how aggressive Greeneville was in tying the game, they kind of took that initiative to match their aggressiveness on the base paths and in the batter's box. And I think, of course, you look at that 6th inning as the turning point, but I think just Science Hill matching them in every category was really a turning point in the game.
Really good fight tonight from Greeneville. Started by that Briley Telek single, which he stretched into a 2-bag off the error, and then coming to third on the steal, and then coming home on the wild pitch. Really good fight, just ultimately not enough as Meeks would come into the game, and she would pitch zeros in the 6th and 7th inning. Our final line, Science Hill 8 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. Greeneville 4 runs on 6 hits, the 1 error as well. Greeneville would, all in all, leave just 4 runners on the base pass. Science Hill, who would leave 7 on the base pass here tonight.
listen, Greeneville, when they got him on, they brought him around more often than not. Only a couple times did they leave a runner stranded in scoring position. They did it once in the 3rd and the 6th inning. But big days at the plate from Briley Tulloch, who had the only multi-hit day in that Greeneville lineup. She went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. You also had big days from Kaylee Garland and Lewandowski. Lewandowski, who doubles for the 4th time this season, and Kaylee Garland, who doubles for the 5th time this year. Big swing by Garland back in the 3rd inning, the 2 RBI double. Obviously the biggest swing of the game for Greeneville. It would tie things up then at 4, but ultimately Greeneville would fall later. You'd also have had hits for Bailey Ramsey, Brinley Jones, and that would be all she wrote for Greeneville's 6 here today. Gabby Atchison would be hit by a pitch twice. Briley Tulloch would have the stolen base. Jordan Jackson would get the loss in the circle today. 7 innings pitched. He went the distance, allowing 9 runs, 8 earned runs, striking out 4 and walking 6. 136 pitches on the day for her 36 batters faced. Pitching for the Hilltoppers, it was Piper Brewer to start. 4 innings, allowing the 5 hits, the 4 runs. That 3rd earned run against her line, the 4th one which would come across also on the wild pitch, thanks to the error early in the inning, was not an earned run. So no earned runs or runs on Isabel Meeks' line, who goes 3 innings, 1 hit allowed, striking out 7, walking none. Out of 46 pitches, Isabel Meeks would toss in 33 strikes, and out of 10 batters faced, she would strike out 8. 8 strikeouts in 10 batters faced. I mean, great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff from Meeks, able to come in and get the victory in the circle for Science Hill, who would storm back with that 4th spot in the top of the 6th inning. Greeneville now losers of 6 straight. You turn around immediately tomorrow on Good Friday, and you got North Green. North Green victorious today over Westridge, Tyler 3-0. Lady Huskies a good ball club, as we know. What's it going to take to snap that skid for Greeneville, and a really rare opportunity that we get to see with Greeneville against a county school in North Green?
I think for Greeneville, you want to snap that winning streak badly at this point. It's reached up to half a dozen now, and you go into an earlier start time tomorrow on Good Friday. That's something
2 o'clock
different.
start.
Yeah, so earlier start time. Don't know how that's going to affect everybody, because when you're not playing at your normal time, your body's not quite accustomed to it. But you're playing. You look at things on paper. You're playing a 1A team and you're a 3A team. But as we saw today, North Green beating a 4A team, it's not your easy 1A win that you would try to schedule to get your confidence up. And North Green's not going to give them an easy battle tomorrow. They're not going to make things easy tomorrow. They're going to make things hard on you. We've seen both North Green and Greeneville this year also, and I said it today, and I think it's going to come down to it tomorrow. I think it's going to come down to pitching and defense.
Well, you know who you're going to see.
You know
probably,
who you're going to see.
Probably going to see Brooks versus Jones. That's going to be quite the duel.
That's going to be quite a matchup right there. So get your popcorn ready for that one and go down and watch that game at 2 o'clock tomorrow. But I'd be excited for that one if I was going to watch that one, whether I was a North Green or a Greeneville fan, because you always love playing your in-county teams. Not a rivalry, because you don't see Greeneville and North Green play each other in any other sport. I think maybe softball may be the only sport that they play in. I'm not quite sure about volleyball, but I know that football, basketball, all those never compete against each other. But if you're North Green in that game, of course you want to beat Greeneville. I don't know if North Green has ever beaten Greeneville in softball. I know not since Danny Weems or Avery Weems has been a coach 10 years ago. So if you're North Green, of course you want to beat Greeneville, and if you're Greeneville, you want to snap that winning streak so bad now.
Great day for some softball here today on a beautiful Monday, Thursday. Thankfully, the clouds parted for just long enough. The sun soaked up this field and got it dry. This artificial playing surface was shining by the time first pitch came across. It was an excellent one. It was entertaining, but unfortunately, Greeneville would allow those 4 unanswered in the top of the 6th inning. Coming up for us on the Green Sports Zone side of things, tomorrow, Good Friday baseball at 1 o'clock. It'll be North Green and South Green baseball, as those two will have first pitch slotted. For 1 o'clock, we'll have coverage directly before first pitch in that one. So that's some non-conference baseball between non-conference opponents. You'll also have a non-conference showdown with the Greeneville Green Devils and also the North Green Lady Huskies tomorrow in the softball side of things. In baseball action, Greeneville baseball leading Canfield 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. You can check our website and social media, greensportszone.com, and anywhere you do social media to get all the latest updates in spring action. Busy day of sports here on a Thursday afternoon. That'll be all she wrote here from a Thursday. Enjoy your Good Friday. Enjoy your happy Easter this weekend. We'll be in action tomorrow. We'll catch you then. Until next time, for Tyler Nichols and Ethan Cooper, I'm Matthew Plaza saying so long, good night, and God bless from Hardin Park.